Hey everybody, Crystal Player 101 here, and I have a Halo Mega Bloks toy review today. And today I'm reviewing set number 97207, the UNSC Weapons Pack 2. Now, this set was released in late 2014, and the suggested retail is $5.99. First off, let's look over the front of the packaging. Now, in case some of you are wondering, haven't you already reviewed this set before? My answer to you is yes. I have reviewed this set before. However, this one they've actually changed just a little bit. And by that, if you notice, not only is the artwork they're using for this differently, but they're actually using one of the newer superposable micro action figures here. I'll get to that in just a minute. Now, aside from the figure, aside from this, the only other physical difference I can tell you is they switched the shotgun and the assault rifle around. Before the assault rifle was up here, before the shotgun was down here. But, again, they just changed this around a little bit. The main difference is they're trying to market the new superposable micro action figures, which I'll get to in just a minute. The side, I believe, is different. The reverse side, it shows some of the newer figures that are available. Of course, it's still a UNSC Marines, a Halo 4 style Marine. It shows the weapons, shows everything that it builds. There's the other side. Alright, with that being said, let's go ahead and break open this set. And let's get a better look at it now that it's fully assembled. Now, right off the bat, you'll notice that, with the exception of the micro action figure, this is the exact same set we got before. However, as I stated, the difference this time around is the actual figure itself. Considering this is one of the figures that's more inspired from the Call of Duty figures, which actually have this little ball hinge elbow right here. I like it that they're doing that with these Halo figures now, because before that, here's the original from this same set. Before that, we just had a hinge for the elbow, which, needless to say, kind of really limits what you can do with the figure as far as poses with different weapons go. But with that little extra bit of articulation, we can now have a micro action figure with a much more natural pose with a weapon. Not only that, but because of that, another thing they've added to this, let me go ahead and just move him back here. Another thing that they did was they added I'm trying to remember what the term that they use for this is. But it's I believe it's called an interchangeable armor system. What it is certain parts on the figure itself you can actually remove. For instance, you can remove the shoulder piece, the chest and back pieces of the armor right back here. And other figures that have this same feature, you can actually swap them out, do your own little custom figures, stuff like that. But before, all you could really do was have them in this pose with the weapons, but now you can have them almost shouldering their weapons now, which to me makes these figures look so much cooler than they did before. Don't get me wrong, I still like these as far as little army builders go, but if I wanted to do something a little more serious, then I want these guys here with this extra little bit of articulation. Because for me, that makes these figures just look so much better. Now, this ain't much right here, but this is just like one idea of what you can do when you mix some of the old Halo figures, like this one, with some of the ones with the new articulation, this one right here. It just gives you more options for more dramatic poses, display, stuff like that. Now, what is my personal verdict, my opinion about this particular version of this set right here? For me, it's every bit as good as the original version of this set. Speaking of which, I will be providing a link to that video in the description box below. But I like this set every single bit as good as I did the previous set. However, given that this figure right here has a little bit more articulation, this for me just makes this set more enjoyable, considering we still get the same accessories, the same weapons. Matter of fact, that video below, the link below, will have a more in-depth review about the set itself, as far as content, stuff like that goes. This video is really a bit more of a compare and contrast between the two new figures that are between the two sets here. But if you want me to give you my opinion, if you can find the newer set, do grab it, because that extra little bit of articulation makes these figures much more enjoyable. If you can't find the figure, but you can find, if you can't find this version, but you can find the original version of it, it's still a good set. But if you are more curious about the set, do check out the video link below, and it will give you a much more in-depth review of the set itself. But that's not wrap up my review of the UNSC Weapons Pack 2, the newer version. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.